And if Slim was here, he'll call around Greg and Scotty to come around the mic. But tonight, I want to call sophomore Justin and Jaquil. Fellas, you come up here with me here. I want you to help me sing this one here. Can we sing it? I said, can we sing it? Listen. If I'm too, oh, please. Oh, yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How y'all doing? Welcome to Real Love Ministries Live. This is Quartet Sensation, and I am your host for the evening, Lady Des. Many of you know me of Lady Des of AM 1490, WMBM, right here in Miami, Florida. But I want to welcome you to my personal platform, Quartet Sensations. And those of you who have been following me on social media, you all seen the advertisement going out, the flyer. We have the legendary, he is a legend in gospel quartet, and I am so happy to have him here. Listen, he's my friend, y'all. He is my friend, and I want to welcome Big Mike to the stage, yes, to the platform, and I'm so glad to have him here, Mr. Michael Kimpson. We call him Big Mike, y'all. How you doing?
Fine. How you doing?
I am great.
I'm so honored to be on your show.
Thank you. It is an honor to have you. And like I said, you are definitely a legend of Slim and the Supreme Angels, and now formerly known as Slim's Supreme Angel. So listen, we're going to just go back a little bit because this group has so many hits, as you heard intro and coming in. If I'm too high, Lord, bring me down. The Lord is blessing me. Oh my goodness. Deaf and the Beautiful, what is it? Deaf and the Beautiful Lady.
Beautiful Lady.
Y'all catalog is so full. And I remember just growing up listening to you guys, and it's just an honor. I thought about that today, how we just sat around the TV, we popped in those VHSs and just watch those lives, and here I am as a grown woman, able to interview such legends. And I just thank you once again for being here. Just tell everybody a little bit about Slim's Supreme Angel, but I want you to go all the way back, and just kind of bring us up to the now.
Well, I want to give honor to God first, who's the head of my life. I thank him for allowing me to be on your show today. And the group started in 1950.
Wow.
They started, and when they started in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there were 6 preachers in the group. There were 6 preachers, and all of them, except 2, had churches.
Wow.
And see, a lot of people think Slim started the group. Slim joined the group just like we joined the group, over the years. He joined in 1956, about 6 years later. And when he joined, a lot of people don't know he was the guitar player. He was the guitar player for the group, and then the music director. And they were singing around Milwaukee, Chicago, the metropolitan area for them. And as they started getting out a little further, they recorded a little song called Drinking of the Wine, and it started doing good locally for them. So they started going like to Gary, Indiana, Chicago, the surrounding areas, Des Moines, Iowa, different places. And when they started traveling like that, the preachers, by them having churches and families, they didn't want to travel. They didn't want to leave their churches, and I can understand that,
Right,
they didn't want to leave their churches. That was first for them. And they told Slim to keep going. So he kept going around with just a guitar, going around singing. And then the more popular they got, he picked up a young man a lot of people know from the Pilgrim Jubilee, Ben Chandler, the late Ben Chandler. He picked him up, and then he picked up Shank Robinson, and the three of them went around. But during that time, times were hard. You know, you're trying to make it, and, you know, you don't really have a national hit. So you just, you know, it's hit and miss with the programs. And by that time, Ben Chandler went with the Pilgrim Jubilees, and Shank Robinson went with the Swan Silvertone. So it left Slim alone. And Slim went to the late Mr. Swinson down there in Goldsboro, North Carolina, invited Slim to Raleigh to the big show they would have twice a year. And have a group, but he told Slim, get on Greyhound and come on. So Slim went, playing his guitar, and just sang by himself. And as he did that, he decided that he didn't want to give it up. So he said God told him to keep going. So he kept going. And then he picked up guys as he went, like traveling to Savannah, Georgia, different places. He picked up guys like Al Dent, Tommy Seymour, Daniel Scott, Greg Kelly. He picked up guys and formed the group again. And then he decided, instead of being just the Supreme Angels, I'm going to put my name in front because I'm going to be here. So he put Slim in the Supreme Angels. And they started traveling. They cut a couple of records, and then they cut one of the first big ones that they cut was Shame on You. And they cut that, and it went national for them. It got them nominated for awards and stuff, so that people started noticing them. And then they kept traveling, and during that time, you know, guys in and out the group, you know, guys sick or guys just leave or whatever, and like most groups. And then we started coming along. I joined 40 years ago, and we joined the group, and the other guys started joining, and we went on. And then in 2007, we were in Birmingham, Alabama for George Stewart's Quartet Convention.
Right.
Us and Lemmy Battle and the Pilgrim Jubilees that particular night doing a showcase. And we got on the bus. We were headed to Dallas, Texas. And for the next day, on our ride, Slim got sick. He was fine till we got on the bus, and he got sick. And when he got sick, we didn't know what was wrong with him. By the time we got to Dallas, he was so sick he couldn't sing, he couldn't hardly walk. And not knowing, we didn't know that at that time that he had cancer.
Wow.
And he knew, but we didn't know. He never told us because he said that he felt like if he told us, we would walk away from him, you know, when he's sick, I'm gone, you know, which we wouldn't have done that. I would have stayed like I did to the end. And he told me, said, Mike, you're going to have to sing lead tonight, which I have done in the past, but he would go preach or something. We would split up the group and stuff like that. And I was in the bus sleep when he told me that. So I said, no. I said, no, Rev. I said, you can't put that on me. I said, oh, no, sir. I said, no, not today. I said, I didn't practice for that. You can do it. I said, Rev, we ain't doing that. And we got to Dallas, and it had to be God. When I walked in the building, the first person that I saw was Keith Wonderboy Johnson, and which is my family. So I said, Keith, I said, come in, man. I said, Rev wants to see you. So he went to the bus, and Rev told us that Keith said he was so sick he could hardly talk. He said, you have to sing for me, man. He said, and you sing for me. He said, and I'll just go up there on stage and sit on the piano stool, and I'll just tell the people what's going on with me. So we did that, and we sung that night, made it through the night. The next day we went to Houston, and he got so sick, the promoter, Dow Martin, had to go in the building and find a nurse in the audience and pay her to come sit on the bus with him and just give him his meds and stuff like that. And like I say, he knew, but we didn't know. But we saw little signs because my father died of cancer. So we saw signs like the shaping of the around the nose and hairline and stuff. And we would talk among each other, man, something wrong, man, something ain't right, you know. But he never told us. And we would actually say, well, Slim, what's wrong with you? And he would say, and we said, what you got? He said, I got the first cousin to cancer. We were like, what's the first cousin to cancer? You know, but anyway, we did Houston, and on the way home, he called me. We riding rather, and he said to me, I got ready to get off the bus when we got home, and he walked up to me. I said, you gonna be all right? He said, he was talking so low. He said, I ain't never been this sick in my life. Wow. So that's where you go home, Rev. I said, don't go to the house. Get your wife to meet you at where the bus park at, and you go straight to the hospital. He went, and while he was in the hospital, we decided that we were going to meet up with him that week at the hospital. And on my way to the hospital, I got there late, so I had to get a hotel room to the next day. I got my room, and I said, and my drummer, Maurice, the late Maurice Robinson, he was there with him. He was so weak that they said, his wife said, Slim, do you know who this is? He said, yeah, this is my drummer. Like that. And when Maurice got ready to leave, he kept telling him, don't leave. Please don't leave me. And Maurice said he felt like he had something he wanted to say to him in private, you know. Mm-hmm. So to make the long story short, while I was in the hotel waiting to get up the next morning, my phone rang about 5 o'clock that morning. And when it rang in the room, I answered it, and it was sophomore. My son, everybody, sophomore. He asked me, he said, what you doing? I said, I'm asleep. I said, what you think I'm doing? Like that. And he said, oh, you didn't hear? And I said, hear what? He said, Slim died. And I said, what? And I'll never forget it because my birthday is on the 27th of February. He died on the 25th, 2 days before. So I called the guys. When I called the guys, they were already at his house. So I rushed. I was like 19 miles from his house. We rushed over there and got with the fellas, you know, and he had told us before he got sick, really sick, he talked to us. He said, I want y'all to keep this group going, Michael. He said, I didn't put too much work into this group for y'all just to act like I never exist and let my name die. You know, and I made him a promise we would never do that, Rev. And I made him a promise I would never put another name in front of your name because you built this. This is your legacy. You know, I said it'll never be Michael and the Angels or Bobo and the Angels. No, it's going to, when Slim died, that front name part died, you know. And that's why we're called now. So we got together and we talked and we decided we just call it Slim's Supreme Angels, representing him. You know, so whenever you call a name, you mention him. And, you know, we decided that we'd keep it going. And not knowing that 3 years later, Sugar would get sick with cancer and he died. Wow. So when he died, then it was just me. You know, and I called Greg one day out of the clear blue sky. I said, Greg, I hadn't talked to Greg in about 5 years because he had left us before Slim died. So I said, Greg, I said, what you doing, man? He was so glad to hear from me. And I asked him, I say, man, I said, your group foundation, are they still doing anything? He said, man, we haven't sung in about 3 years. So I said, Greg, you want to come back? I said, if you want to come back, let me know. He said, yeah, I'm ready. And we talked and he came back, you know, and he stayed a while with us. And then he went back on his own again, you know, which I understand some people want to do that. And the rest is history. That's where we started at. And that's where we are today. We're Slim Supreme Angels.
Wow, let me tell you, that is amazing. And just the fact that you all stuck together and stayed together throughout that time, even after Slim got sick, y'all stayed the course. And even right now, getting together and changing the name to Slim's Supreme Angels, it just shows stability. It shows the strength of the group. And I know Slim is right now so happy because you all are not only surviving, you all are thriving. You are actually thriving with the group. And you're going all across the country still. And you said you've been with the group 40 years?
Uh-huh. And, you know,
no, go ahead.
And, I ask God to lead this group. You know, every move I make, I talk to him about it first. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to make a move without, because I don't want to make the wrong move, because now I'm leading young men. You know what I'm saying? And Absolutely. I don't want to lead them down the wrong way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And my question to you is going to be, you know, and you just answered it basically, you know, what has been the foundation to keep you all so stable because men come and go, people come and go, musicians and singers and all of that come and go. But you have a stability, Big Mike. You have the longevity, and I like that. Loyalty. And I was just going to ask, what was the foundation of it all? And you said this is founded on prayer.
That's right. And you know, my like in church, you had a mission statement. You know,
right.
My mission statement with this group is no one man is bigger than the cause, and the cause is God.
Come on now. Come on. That's awesome. That is awesome. Now with Slim Supreme Angels, you have some dynamic leads. Excuse me. You have some dynamic leads. The Cobb twins, Bishop Joseph Cobb, his brother Justin. Hopefully they'll be joining us soon. I know that they have Bible study. Listen, another generation of pastors and preachers in the group again. So how does that feel seeing these young men? And how did you obtain them?
You know, I love them twins. I love them. They, you know, we're so close to. They call me Pop. Their kids call me Papa. You know, and we're just one big family. When we're not singing, we're on the phone cutting up and whatever. And I met them. They were about 10 or 12 years old when I met them. And we sung in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And they had went to Greg and tried to get Greg to hear them sing. But I don't know if he had something on his mind or he was busy. So he kept going. And they came up to me, and they always bring that up. They said, when we came to you, Big Mike, said, we actually, could we sing for you? You stopped and right there and told us to go ahead and listen. And when I heard them, they were singing to me. And I was listening. I said, in my mind, I was saying, these young little boys could sing. So I always tell them two things I know was in them from the womb: ministry and singing. You know what I'm saying? Because their spirits are like old men. You know, that you would think they're older than they are. They just turned 30 last week. And when I listened to them sing, never thought about it. When I shook their hand, I hugged them, went on. And about 6 years ago, my brother passed, my youngest brother. And I went to New York for the funeral. While I was in the hotel, I get a call out the clear blue. I hadn't seen them, said they were about maybe 10 or 12.
Wow.
I get a call, said, you still looking for some singers? I said, yeah. They said, the twins want to sing with you. I said, what twins? And they said, the Cobb twins. And I said, the Cobb twins. They said, you remember the little boys that auditioned for you? I said, yeah. I said, man, they don't want to sing with me. They said, yes, they do, man. Said their grandmother raised them on y'all, and she loved y'all. Said that she was living there. Said, and that would make her so happy. So I told them to call me at the hotel. They called me up in New York. We talked. I said, when I get back from the funeral, we'll get together. They came to my house, and we started rehearsing. And I said, I saw something in these guys. I said, these guys got it. And see, what I liked about them, they didn't just sing like Slim or Greg. They had something that Slim had, the anointing. Mm-hmm. And that makes the difference. You know what I'm saying? I said, wow. I said, most times you get a singer to replace your singer, you get the guy to replace the singing part. I said, here come another young man with the spiritual anointing that Slim had, not Slim's anointing, but like Slim had anointing. Right. And we talked, and they would come to my house. I would be home 12 o'clock at night, the door knocked. I said, who is this? They live an hour and a half from me in Winston-Salem. I'm in Sanford, North Carolina. I open the door, it's them standing there. Hey, Pop. I said, what y'all doing here? We just come to see you. They come over, and we sing in the kitchen table till about 6 a.m. They would ask me, they would, Pop, they would mention songs from our catalog and have me teach it to them. You know, and then they were like, Pop, we thought we knew these songs, but you showing us how they really supposed to be sung. We didn't know that and this and that. And I would get about 6 a.m. I'd be so sleepy. And I said, look here, y'all. I said, now y'all can sing all morning if you want. I said, but I'm going to bed like that. And they would stay in the kitchen and sing it. They just come over in the middle of the day. They would come. They were hungry for this. You know, I've never been around no young guys that I can actually say these guys know the top 50 songs by Slim. You call it, they know it.
Wow.
Yeah, and that shows that they really want to do this. You know,
Absolutely.
they're so humble. These guys, you know, I love them. These guys are so humble. And what I love about them, they love God and they love their family. You know, they serious about what they do. When they're not with us, they in church. They mean it. They're not playing church. They having church. You know?
Absolutely.
At a young age, 30 years old.
Mm-hmm. And you know, it's a beautiful thing because I had an opportunity to actually meet and talk with them for a good little minute.
Right.
And you can just tell the passion, the love that they have for God. Because
right.
even when we were interviewing them, that's all they talked about, their love for God and you know, wanting to see people saved and delivered.
Right.
And that's the reason why they're doing what they're doing. Listen, y'all, I just hope that they'll be able to chime in because these young men, they are so passionate about the Lord and them singing and they came to you. They came to you, and that it just shows you that when God is in it, you don't have to, you know, work hard. You don't have to step on nobody.
That's right.
You don't have to undercut. It's going to work out for you. It's going to work for your good. And God already had it planned out that these young men was going to come and help you, help the group, and take it to a whole nother level.
I love one thing about them. We go sing places, and you've seen this. We go sing places, and people in the audience, when they walk in the door, people come running to them to hug them and speak to them. When they singing, they go down the aisle, and we be singing. We have to stay on stage and keep playing the music because they walking down the aisle shaking hands after we done sung. You know, stuff like that. And people love them. People have come from Georgia and Florida up here, moved up here and joined their church.
Wow.
They get tithes. People send tithes from other states to them, you know. And like I said, it was nobody but God. It was all him. Nobody. I didn't have nothing to do with that. It was all God. I didn't know which way to turn.
Right.
But it was all God. And like I said, I want to call them now on my cell phone to tell them to come on in.
Well, I know they're in Bible study, so
they should be out now.
They should be out now. Okay, well, you can go ahead and text them.
Yeah, I'm gonna text them now.
But we're just so excited to have you. I'm going to pause right here because we have little David backstage and a few others going to be joining in because we're going to be talking about your anniversary. So we want to say hello to everybody that's in the chat. Listen, if I don't call you, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Lady Drina Penn, how are you? Thank you so much.
That's my little sister.
Yes. She said, good evening, Lady Des and Pop Mike. Thank you so much for tagging. Listen, everybody, like, tag, and share. Invite others into this conversation. My sis Angela Cross is on, who just celebrated their anniversary, their 8th singing anniversary. But of course, everybody know the Cross family. They've been around for a long, long time. So she's saying, hey, she said, that's my brother. Hey, I love you.
I love you. We've been around for years. Her daddy and them with the Smiling Jubilees and all them.
Yes.
Man, we go way back. I've been knowing that family. I know even before I got with Slim. Because a lot of people don't know before I got with Slim, I was a highway QC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was with Spencer Taylor. So I've been knowing them for years, you know. When Gene was there singing with the highway QC. So like I said, I've been around these guys for years, you know. All of us came out of something different. Sugar, when Slim got Sugar was the house band for the Apollo Theater, Showtime at the Apollo.
Wow, I think I remember that.
Yeah, he was the house band. Yes. He was the original house band. We talking about in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Slim picked him up behind the Apollo Theater in New York at the back door. Now he joined Slim.
I remember hearing
that ever since.
Yes. And we want to say hello to Katie. Katie, thank you so much for tuning in. DL Marshall. Yes. Great story. Good night. Great interview, Lady D. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all of you. Courtney Jackson from Omaha, Nebraska is on. He said, Mike, congratulations on the upcoming anniversary. And Anthony Sherrill, Lil Bros. Listen, y'all, Claudia Massey, that's my girl out of Virginia.
Yes, sir, Claudia. That's right, Virginia.
Yes, yes. She said, that's awesome. Hello. So thank you so much, everybody. If I didn't call you out, please forgive me. Oh, listen, Jeffrey Newberry, Mr. Jeffrey Newberry of the Gospel Keynotes. He said,
yes,
big
sir,
bro.
that's family. Yes, sir.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Katie said, very humble young men, and the Cobb twins, they definitely are. And they have been such a significant part of Slim's Supreme Angels, that new generation that is really taking this group to leaps and bounds. You know, God had it already planned out. So listen, we want to talk about this anniversary, 75 years. This is 75. Like a diamond year.
That's
and
right.
I spoke about longevity and stability, and I love that. I love that. No matter what went on, you guys stick and stayed, and it was to death do you part.
Amen.
Sometimes what you're passionate about, it's like a marriage, right?
That's right. That's what it is. You know, I sleep. I eat and sleep this. I'm at night 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the bed and wondering why I can't sleep. Things in my mind, planning things. Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You know, I get up and get on Facebook sometime about 5 or 6 in the morning, and people hit me up. What you doing up, man? Go to bed. You know, and that's this group is, other than my family and other than God and my family, this group is it for me.
Yes.
This group is it for me.
And listen, he ain't lying, y'all. He be up all time of night.
All time. But you know, that's why they always say that it's the early bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They catch the worm. So, you know, I feel like if you got to put time into this. You know, you got to put time. We in 2025 now. We don't have a lot of radio now, different things, record companies and stuff now. So social media is where it's at now, and we got the market. We got, you know, me and you talks about this. You know, we have got the, we don't do it, who's gonna do it?
Absolutely. And you know what? We had this whole conversation. Let me add David to the stage. Because he's been backstage for a little minute. Hello, David. Brother. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining in on the conversation.
That's my brother there. You know what? I call him the smoothest lead singer I know. That's Silky there.
What's up, Mike? How you feeling, brother?
Man. I mean, you got to go down, sing David.
Yes,
go down, sing David, man. He my brother from the heart. You know, you want to make me mad, mess with David. That's right.
Yeah. Well, he better stop messing with me and messing with other people.
That ain't gonna happen.
But everybody know that I love my married guys. Him and Tracy, they are amazing guys, and it's great to be able to work with them as well.
Oh yeah, I love them guys, man. Him and his brother called Tracy, called me clowning all the time. He called me sometime. What you doing, Loke? I said, look in the mirror. I said, what's the Loke? Look in the mirror. Then he started laughing. We just clown each other, man. I said, that's why David don't let you get on stage with him. He said, you ain't getting ready to send him home.
we won't be getting no dates, huh?
Listen, Big Mike, Boy's on. He said, hold on, Pop. Better talk about his son. So I guess you talk about the twins. He said, give him some talk.
Oh, I got to talk about that. Everybody knows sophomore. He's my twin and my mini-me. You know, that's one thing I can say. Sophomore gonna be by my side. I don't care what. You know, everybody know he's with DMD, Bishop Darrell McFadden and Disciples. But when he's not with them, he with me. You know, that's my twin. You know, we fuss. Sometimes we fuss and slam the phone down, don't want to talk to each other for a few days or whatever. But he know I got his back, and I know he got my back. You know what I'm saying? He'll call me late at night, and we need to do this. I said, you ain't running nothing. You know, stuff like that. You know, but I love him. You know, he came out here. I'm so proud of him and Tron, my oldest son, you know, the drummer for DMD, because they didn't have to follow my footsteps. They could have done a lot of things, but they were out here with me. The McDonald's sisters used to keep them in their arms as arm babies. they were traveling with me when both of them have traveled on the road with me at 6 months old.
Wow.
Each one of them, when they were 6 months old, we way in Florida, and I'm getting ready to go on stage. I hand them to the McDonald sisters. They hold, whoever at that time Tron was born. Then 3 years later came sophomore. I did the same thing to him. Everywhere we went, they would ride with us in the tours on the buses and come running. Daddy, I said, what? I'm riding with the volunteers. I said, we got about 10 hours. They said, we got them. I said, okay. They ride with the keynotes, whoever. So everybody was uncle to them and auntie. Everybody was uncle and auntie to them. So they knew everybody. When I started out, when I came out here with Dorothy Norwood, so they knew her. Then I was with the Blind Boys of Mississippi. When I got married in New York to their mama, the Blind Boys, I had all blind men for my ushers. Every one of them were blind. They were my ushers.
Wow, that's awesome.
So like I said, they've been around this for years. And sophomore, of course, when he got ready to come on the road, his mama called me. She said, Anthony wants to go with Darrell. I said, leave him home. And she was like, what? I said, he not ready. Leave him home. So, but yet and still, about a month later, he was with Darrell. So, of course, I've always been tough love to them. I sat them both down. I said, now, y'all know Daddy love y'all. I said, if y'all home, ain't nothing I won't do for you. I said, when y'all chose to come on the road, now you're playing in a man's world. I said, you can't call Daddy, talk about Daddy, we didn't make no money. I said, you got a lead singer that got to fend for you now. You know what I'm saying? I said, now at home, I'll send you my last. But you can't call me from Chicago, tell me, can you send me something? No, I can't. You sing in the group now. Y'all got to they got to make a way for you. And that's what they live by. They never ask me for nothing, but I always make sure I give them. And I never ask them, but they got my back. They'll come, hand me. I said, I don't need no money. Put it in your pocket, Daddy. Ham and Tron. They'll call me, and my grandkids by Ham and Tron, they clown me like they my age. They get on there, call me old man, big stomach, all this old stuff. And I said, y'all just don't care what y'all say to me.
I'm telling them kids, they something else, ain't they?
Oh man. Then I got 6 great grands, and Lord, I love them to death. And my great grands and my grands, those are my hearts. They keep me going. My great grands come here, leave on a Tuesday, call back Wednesday. Papa, can we come over? I said, you just left. That's just the way they are.
Wait, let me ask you this though. So how did you balance your personal life, your family, and the road? Was that a challenge for you? Because I know a lot of the artists, they say it's a challenge, and
it is. But my thing was, I always made sure I remembered I got a family, and I sing, but my family is first. Those are my seeds. Their mama was my wife, and that was first. And I would always, when it was over, I'd go home. I couldn't wait to get home. When I came on the road and me and their mama divorced, I never missed. I would drive from North Carolina to graduations. I would drive from North Carolina, 9 o'clock in the morning. They doing a little recital or something in school, and their daddy's sitting up in the thing. When the recital over, I get back in my car and drive that 9 hours back to North Carolina.
Wow.
We talk. They'll tell you, I would call them every day while they were in school, ask them how they doing in school. They would talk to me about the sophomore got hit by a bus.
Wow.
Being hard-headed. They tell him stay on the bus. He gonna get off and go walking home, and the bus hit him. They called me like he was dead.
That explains it all.
Me and Bouvier from the Highway QC, the late Bouvier Taylor.
Yeah.
Me and him, I was with Spencer, and we drove to New York. I get to New York, I'm going to the hospital thinking they getting ready to give me the worst news there is. I hear some Daddy. I said, Boo, I swear that sound like my son. I'm down here. He down there in the playroom playing with other little kids. I done drove 9 hours. I was sick of him. But I always made sure that I put my family first. Like I said, I used to take them on the road with me. They always went. When they got with Slim, they went. They would ride with us everywhere I went. In the summertime, they get out of school. If they got out of school on a Tuesday for the summer, me and Daniel Scott would be waiting at the school when they got out. When they got out, I had their bags already from their house, and they come down south. They stay with me until time for school to start again every summer. I never missed the summer. Never.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. So listen, sophomore, jump on here. Jump on here real quick. I don't know where you at. Stop what you're doing and jump on.
Probably in Clubhouse somewhere. He loves
Get
the
off
Clubhouse. Don't he love
here.
the Clubhouse, David?
I don't go there too much, Mike.
But I said, don't sophomore love a Clubhouse.
Oh yeah. I can't. I go on there, but I try not to go on there too much.
I don't go. You know, he called me Pop. Come on, Clubhouse. They want you. I said, y'all got it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it here. I can't reach him at night. I text him. Get off a Clubhouse, man.
But yes, let's talk about this anniversary that you have coming up. 75 years. 75 years. 75 is like the diamond year, right?
That's right.
So listen, how excited are you about this anniversary?
I'm always excited when it comes to our anniversary because, like I said, it's always either 2 days before or the day after is my birthday too. So we always make it anniversary/birthday celebration, you know, and I'm excited about always. Every year we do it, I get more excited every year, you know, and because I have great friends, you know, that's the thing. I don't just have groups on my anniversary. I got family on my anniversary. You know, right. David is family to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Huey Williams of the Jackson Southerners, we talk just about every day. His daughter called me Poppy. You know what I'm saying? And he'll text me in the middle of the night, whatever. You took your meds today? I said, yeah, I took them. Yeah, all right then. You know, some of them, we talk all the time. Willie Banks Jr., same way. These are family. He called me Uncle Mike. I call him nephew. You know, we are family. When we get together, it's a family reunion time. You know, we're not up there. We're not in competition. We ain't trying to turn out. David ain't trying to turn out. The Southerners, Banks, we just here to help each other have a great time in the Lord. And the people see this. You know, the people see this. They see when we have it because most of the time, maybe we might miss a year or so. But other than that, David gonna be on it. Yeah. Other than that, Huey gonna be on it. You know what I'm saying? And I tell certain people at home, Michael, you got Huey again or you got David. That's whatever. You don't want to see them, don't come. Because they coming. Okay. It's up to you. You know, don't come if you don't want to see them, but they gonna be there. Yeah. You know, these are family to me, girl. You family, you know, and I look for you being in this year. I'm so looking forward to that, you know, because you know, we had such a great time in Baltimore. We did. I look when you go to Davis World Series, you gonna have a great time. Once again, that's family. Yeah. It's a family event. It's a family. Everybody enjoying one another. It ain't no egos. It ain't no being arrogant. None of that. You know what I'm saying? David. See, we not say David is family to me. We worked with his daddy when his daddy was alive. You know what I'm saying? We toured together. You know what I'm saying? And then for me to take over for Slim, who was like a father figure to me, and him to take over for his daddy, we keeping these legacies alive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Other people might understand it. You know, they might not understand what we're doing or whatever, but we know what we do. We know what God appointed us to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that they took the time to pour into you all. They didn't keep it all to themselves and took it to the grave. No, they poured it into you all to continue the legacy.
That's right.
And that's the important part of it, is that you just didn't take it in and just set it on the back burner, but you took the mantle and you're running with it. The same way with the Cross family.
Right, same way.
Yeah, you talked about family. People don't understand that, you know, this quartet world is a family.
We all we got. We got.
Absolutely.
When it's all said and done, and then nothing hurts me more. Nothing brings sorrow to my heart more in the quartet than when there's a group that has a legacy and they just stop all together and like the group never existed and the legacy died. They just a memory. You know what I'm saying? His daddy worked too hard with putting a catalog together. You know what I'm saying? For David to say, well, let's forget it. We ain't doing this. Slim worked too hard to put a catalog together for us to say, well, we ain't doing this. You know, I refuse to act like they didn't live. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That's a slap to their
Absolutely.
face to do that. When I see groups do that, and I say, man, y'all don't. No, but we ain't saying. Man, why would you do this? Y'all help build this legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I don't care what people say. The older groups need to go home. The groups need to go home. They need to, these old groups, blah, blah, blah. The way I look at it, Keynotes, Jeffrey Newberry, and all them, those are legacy groups that got catalogs. If Jeffrey Newberry never cut another record in his life, he got enough song to sing till he leave the world.
Absolutely.
David do. You know what I'm saying? And we've done some things. You know what I'm saying? If I never go back, I've been to the Grammys before. I sat closer to the stage than Hillary Clinton did. She was the president's wife at that time. She was behind me. You know what I'm saying? I done been to the Dove Awards. I done been to the Stellar Awards. Been nominated for so many different awards. There wasn't nothing I did. God did this for us. You know what I'm saying? God did this to know, like I tell people all the time, a little old boy like me from the Bronx, New York, who would have thought that if it's 1,000 people in the building, 999 know my name? That's Big Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not just a face. Some people are just a face. You know, who that? You know that boy that played for so-and-so? You know him. That's just a face. But when they can call, hey, David, little David, you a name now. You're not just a face. You know? And that means so many. These people didn't have to love on David. They didn't have to love on Jeffrey Newberry. They didn't have to love on me or the Swannies and all these groups. You know, they didn't have to do this, but they did. And the least we can do is love on them back. You know, don't get me wrong. I love where gospel is going now. I always tell people, I think we're in good hands with the new groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like Men of Praise, the Lisa No, the Tim Rogers. These are legendary groups on the up. You know what I'm saying? And I look at, all these groups that's coming up now. We got some of the best young groups going now. If you want your feelings hurt, get on stage with some of them and sing behind them. See, don't they hurt your feelings? You know what I'm saying? They're hitting hard. You know, and I love all of Chubb Morton. He's like a son to me. One of the greatest vocalists around. And he didn't just start. Chubb was like this when he was in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's so many groups out here, but don't exclude the legendary groups, the Davids, the Keynotes and stuff. We still got, let's put it to you like this. When people book us, they got a preconceived notion of what they want to hear.
Absolutely.
It's just like when you go to hear, if you go to hear Kurt Franklin, you expect to hear Stump. You the reason why I sing. Yeah, you might add something new, but I want to hear them hits. That's what making me buy this ticket. Same thing. They want to hear this from David. They want to hear Slim's song, Blessing Me, Ever Too High. You know, if you take that away, we might well change our names. We ain't little David and the Bells of Joy no more. We ain't Slim Supreme Angels no more. You know, there's a like I always tell people, there is a fan base. We got a fan base too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all our fans in the ground. You know, so we got a fan base. It's people that love that can remember where I was when I heard David sing, his daddy sing From the Inside Out. You know what I'm saying? Songs like that. Or where I was when I heard Slim sing Shame on You or By and By. They can go back and remember where I was. I was at home, or I was in my car, or I was wherever. You know what I'm saying? I've had people come to me and tell me, Michael, I had a little boy about a year ago came to me. The mama came to me. She said, you don't know me, do you? I said, no, ma'am. She said, I'm going to tell you a little story and see if you remember. She said, about 36 years ago, you came to a church and sung. She said, and a little boy walked up to you and asked your autograph. So you gave the little boy the autograph and you gave the little boy a $50 bill. Wow. So I said, what? She said, you gave him a $50 bill. She said, do you know that little boy is a major in the Army now? She said, he's got his own family. She said, and he's about, I think he's about 36, 35 years old. He been trying to get back from wherever he's at now to come see me. She said, Michael, she said, whenever he see you on Facebook, she said, he go to crying. She said, he'll never forget you for that. She said, he was about 5 years old when you did that to this little boy. She said, he know that to the day. Things like that let me know that my living out here on this quartet world ain't in vain.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
To know that if one person could say something good about Michael, I done something right.
Absolutely.
I done something right. Like I said, all I can tell the people that's listening to us tonight, So when you hear about little David going to be out there, support him. When you hear about Jeffrey Newberry and the Keynote's going to be somewhere, support them. Support these groups, you know what I'm saying? Because we all sacrifice for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I miss birthdays. I miss weddings growing up. I'm out here on the road. I know, because when they have them on Saturdays and Sundays. We on the road. You know what I'm saying? You miss family reunion. I've never been to a family reunion in my family because I'm always singing. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at David just left down there with y'all the weekend. Right. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, David riding, headed back home or headed down to the program. The people sleep in bed. Some dreaming, some snoring, but we up riding, trying to make somebody happy, to touch somebody. Well, you know, because you never know what a person going through. But we go to get there. I hope that what we do will make somebody say, well, I can go on a little further. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, support these groups. Not only us, the young groups too. Support Quartet, because Quartet is just about every music you hear come from Quartet.
You're absolutely right.
Support it. Don't let it die. You know, and don't let other genres take your music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because that's what they do. They did it with blues and the other artists. They forget them before now you got Southern soul and stuff coming back in blues. But before that, you had the Eric Claptons and people was taking your music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So because they feel you didn't want it, so I'll take it. You didn't value it. You know, to you it was nothing. And Quartet is, let me tell you something. Quartet, if I had to do this again, I'd do it again. Quartet is where it's at. This is the only genre of music that we do called Quartet that we could be on an all contemporary show. Right. All the groups, you name them. When that Quartet group, whoever it hit that stage, for them few minutes, they still in the show.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic. And you said it, and you all are listening to Pure Wisdom. Big Mike has been doing it over 40 years. Over 40 years.
He's been out there. Ago.
Absolutely. And now celebrating 75 years with Slim Supreme Angels. It's amazing. You all need to take this knowledge and apply it. Apply it. It's one thing just to hear it, but when you apply it, you'll see it work for you, right?
It work.
So and he said it. We're a family, and the legends have been through so much.
Oh,
they have given. Listen, y'all. Even through you know, racism and the civil rights movement, y'all were out there.
Think about it. Groups were doing this. Slim Supreme Angels rather started in 1950. You had groups started in the 40s, the middle 50s, 60s. We were signing the groups were signing record deals before they were allowed to vote. How legal could the record deal be, the contract been?
Wow.
How legal could it have been? You signing with the white companies, back in the Peacock and all them, and you weren't allowed to vote to the 60s.
Wow.
But you were signing contract record deals, and I just signed a record deal with Peacock or whoever the label is you signed with. We were signing deals before we were allowed to vote. How much could it have been? How much? It wasn't worth the paper it was on.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. We had to go through things. I used to see Slim be on the bus, and we used to watch like old movies with slavery or civil rights or whatever. And I said, Sugar, look at Slim. I said, look at Rev, he crying. So I said, Rev, what's wrong? He would say, man, see, y'all don't know what I've been through, Mike. He said, when y'all joined me, I had a bus and all this. He said, I know what it's like, man. He said, we leave town and the sheriff stop us. And all of a sudden he stop us. He want to know where we going. And we tell him we singers. He go take out everything out your trunk, everything, amps, records, everything, and tell you to sing for him. That's belittling you. Sing me something. So you got to stand there on the side of the road to sing for him. Then he'll tell you, put your stuff back in it. You got to put it back in the trunk and stuff. You go to the next town. He didn't call the next sheriff there. Got some quartet singers coming through. They stop you. You couldn't stay in hotels. You got to hope that that's where that thing come from back in the day of black folks. That's how a lot of black folks got to know the quartets, because their families were taking the quartets in because they couldn't go to hotels.
Right.
So we come to Florida. Maybe your daddy and them invite us to the house to stay while we there and feed us and stuff. So you got to know us on a personal level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the hardship. See, groups now, and I tell them, I said, don't ever disrespect the older groups like David, Keno's, them, because you don't know what we might have not went through that. But his daddy, Willie Neal, Robert Blair, the Tommy Ellison, these guys went through this. You know what I'm saying? They made a way for now. I always say we went from cotton sacks to Cadillacs.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know, most of the singers, Slim could count money better than you, me, and anybody else that went to school, and he had a 3rd grade education. This man had, we used to pull up to shows. We used to have 4 buses at one time. We had one said Slim and the Supreme Angels, one said Supreme Angels, one said Slim, all at one time, and one didn't have no name. We would pull up the shows. Me and the band be on one bus, Slim and his family be on the other bus, pulling up to the same show. Greg and them be on another bus, and the 4th bus might be carrying the family. They would say, look at these chokers. So Slim got 4 buses pulling up in the park with his name on it. We break down in Tommy Ellison, I never forget, we broke that, blew the motor in New Jersey. About 2 a.m, Tommy and them were like, y'all can ride with us. We said, we all right. About 9 o'clock that morning, me and Tommy sitting in the diner eating. Tommy said, man, look at this. I said, I didn't know what he meant. He said, man, that's heavy. I said, what? He said, y'all jokers blew a motor up in one of your buses last night. Here come another one pulling in the parking lot with y'all name on it.
Wow.
That ain't for God. This man didn't have a 3rd grade education. Most of these guys, the Ira Tuckers and all these guys, they came out the Delta and places like that. Their families sent them. Ira Tucker said years ago that when the birds tried to get him, he didn't want to go. His mama said, y'all get him out of there because if you don't, these white folks going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's the stuff we had to go through. You know what I'm saying? We had to go through that. David's daddy had to go through a lot to make David who he is today.
Absolutely.
To make him who he is today, to give David the morals and stuff. His daddy and mama had to go through a lot for that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even in Baltimore places. It wasn't where they could just walk in places they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you couldn't, I'm going to here to stay. You couldn't go on them Holiday Inns until later on in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell the younger groups that, I say, man, y'all can say what you want about us. We paved the way for y'all, man.
Absolutely.
And it's not a brag, it's a fact. We paved the way for y'all, man. You know, and at least we ain't asked you to give us no way. I don't beg nobody put me on a program or nothing. All I said, though, respect the legacy.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Respect the legacy. Respect.
You're absolutely right.
You ain't gotta like it. You ain't gotta like it, but you know, respect goes both ways. And speaking of pushing those boundaries, man, I've been through some things like people don't understand. Even when cornrows, I couldn't wear cornrows, but my father said, you're not going up there with me like that. So a lot of things that you see now that's acceptable, I couldn't get away with it, and I'm not that old. You know, I'm talking about from wearing the same shoes. We had to wear the same shoes. I'm like, Dad, y'all got the boots with the zip on the side. I wanted to wear Kenneth Cole's. You're not going on stage with me like that, son. He left me home. I missed one program in my life for not wearing the same shoes. But he did it to teach me a lesson. So, you know, me and my brother come up under guys like Mike and Calvert Education Center back in Baltimore. I'm talking about with the lights on the amplifier, with the cape. Mr. Banks coming there. So, you know, I'm 47. I actually been doing it for 35 years plus. I appreciate all the recognition, man, and you know, but as for me, I still have some more work to do. I understand understand what season I'm in, and believe it or not, me and my brother do not take the legends for granted. We protect those guys.
All do.
And we have to protect them because that's just our job. And I protect the guys that came along with me, that help, you know, that season or that level. and even the ones that's coming behind us, you know,
Right.
all my colleagues, I love all of us
You
as a
don't leave
whole.
them, you pull them along. You pull them
You
on.
gotta put them along the way. So networking with your colleagues and having that brother
That's
and that
important.
sisterhood
That's important.
is real important. I also understand everybody don't get it at one point. Hopefully they will get it. But it's definitely not for everybody. I didn't have a choice.
Right.
It chose me kind of more of
Chose
me
you.
choosing it.
Right.
So I'm like Mike, 3 or 4 in the morning, me, Tracy. Sometimes we don't sleep because we
Right.
always trying to figure out a way to make
That's
what we
cool.
do better.
That's
And
right.
how can we be better? If you wanna if you wanna do this, you got to stay consistent, despite what people think of you,
Right.
despite what they feel about you. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta stay producing. You gotta
Right.
stay in their faith. That way, whatever they say about you, as long as you're staying busy, it's nothing they can say about you because they're not busy, but you busy. So
Right.
what they're saying about you, it kind of don't add up because you're busy.
Right.
But you know, I'm definitely looking forward to the anniversary, celebrating with my
Oh yeah.
family, my friends.
February
Um,
23rd is going down.
it's going down all
Going down.
around August. If you haven't gotten your tickets, reach out to somebody. I'm pretty sure they'll
Right.
point you in the
Right.
right direction
Right.
and help get these tickets. And we're gonna make this definitely a special day for
That's right.
Slim Angels and the family, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
You know, he said something just now that so profound to me when he talking about how he couldn't dress any kind of way. I don't
Right.
like how people dress, but I got a motto with my guys. If them people could put on clothes to come see me, the least I could do is put on clothes to sing for them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's the least I could do.
yeah.
They dress up to come see me. I could dress up to sing for them. It ain't
When
for
you
20, it
I
ain't for
agree.
20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. Then you can put your pajamas back on if you want to.
yeah.
And people don't understand how presentation says a
Oh,
lot. Yeah,
and dress for
presentation says a
success.
lot. It's saying that I took the time and the
Right.
effort to look a certain way, to present to you a certain way because I love what I'm doing. I'm passionate about
Right.
what I'm doing, and you know, it puts you into a level of respect of other people, of people that's
Dress for
watching you, your
success.
audience.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they receive you better. So,
Tommy Ellis had told me one time, and he's always say this to us. He said, "Man, I could go to the White House right now and get in the middle of the president and all his cabinet in a meeting. Ain't got a dime in my pocket." He said, "I'll fit right in because I look like I got a lot of money."
because you look like you got it. Absolutely. And you know, people say don't judge a book by its cover. It's true. However, I'm telling you, you can walk into any room and not have anything, but if you look in the right way, they would never know.
Let me tell you something. When you come to my house or anybody's house, what's the first thing you see? The house. You don't know what it looks like on the inside.
Right.
You see the exterior
Mm-hmm.
till you get in. That's the same thing. They don't know what you're about. First thing they see is you. They don't know you can sing. You can sing like a mockingbird. I don't know it. I go by what I see first. This is a visual world. You see me before you hear me.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
You know, you
I
see
totally
it.
agree.
And people that's about success, people that are successful, they want to hang around people that look like they successful. You might not have what I have or have what they have, but then you got to look at they'll teach you how to get it.
Absolutely.
They'll teach you how to get it. You know, I thank God I got life insurance, I got health insurance. If I want to burn my house to the ground, it's paid for. I don't owe a dime on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
My car paid for. You know, got money in my pocket right now. So it ain't me, it's God. So I always say, if you don't ever say, well, them old guys they broke. No, that ain't with everybody.
Right.
I won't ever have to. I won't ever, unless something happened drastic, I won't have to take up a GoFundMe when I pass.
Come on.
You
And
know?
see, and that's wisdom. That's knowledge that you're sharing with the next generation
Right.
that has trouble keeping insurance and different things of that sort. And I think this is what has kept you all, along with God and your God being your foundation, but it has kept you 75 years.
That's right.
Your experience. what you have learned, and then how you applied and made the
Right.
adjustments in life,
Slim
personally and on the
and
road.
road. Slim taught to when we Slim were living. Slim the one turned me on to making sure you got an accountant so you can pay your taxes. Put something in. Pay your taxes so you can get something out. You know what I'm saying? He the one turned me into that. I didn't know that. Him, I always tell people, Slim, William Brothers, I can only speak for what I know. Slim, William Brothers, and the Jackson Southern Days had their thing so set up. When you join Slim, when Slim was living, anybody ever been with us will tell you, when you joined Slim, we had 3 houses lined up beside each other on the same block. We turned them into apartments, right? Upstairs and down. When you joined the group, you had a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment when you first fully furnished. You know, when you come, guys would call home, Mama, I got my own apartment. I just got here 20 minutes ago. You know, he would take you, go get you a car in his name until you pay the payments. Once you pay it off, then he give you the title. William Brother would do the same. Get you a place when you join them and get you a car to get around, your own car. You know, the Southerners were the first group I saw that would take out money all year long. And at the end of the year for the Christmas holiday, when Christmas comes, they would divvy it up with the guys. Each guy might get $2,000 or $3,000 to take home to their family for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? These are guys that thought about business. Slim ran us like you run IBM. It was strictly business. You know what I'm saying? And he would tell you quick, man. He always would say to us, man, I don't know nobody can go somewhere and sing for 20 minutes and get $500-$600 a piece. He said, now maybe y'all do. He said, some of y'all go get a job. You don't give a $250 at the end of the week and don't get all that after taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was right. He said, now y'all gonna do what I want done because I pay y'all well. Yep. Guys used to say I quit Slim because he's hard to deal with, but they all said the same thing. But he paid better than most guys I know. Yep. You know, he always paid well. You know, you go somewhere and the first show I did with Slim, my split was $550. I said, that's who I got to give some of this to. He said, that's yours. You don't want it? I said, oh, man, I said, I would love this. You know what I'm saying? So if I do 2 shows, that's $1,000. Next week, $1,000. So that's $4,000 or $5,000 a month I was making.
Wow.
And we were working all the time. He taught me, Michael, have something. Don't just be out here. I went with him to the bank. He used to take me when he wanted to throw his weight around. He would take me to the bank with him. I said, man, I don't want to go to the bank with him. I know you got money. No, come on, go with me. I go in. The guy go do all his paperwork on Slim, all this stuff, and come back. Slim, in houses and assets, you worth $4 million. Real said, say that again so my bass player can hear you. I said, man, I don't want to hear that, man. I said, I know you got money. And I said, we come make sugar. I said, what he got? I said, the bank said we're worth $4 million right now.
Wow.
You know, these were guys, Willie Banks, same way. Willie Banks had plenty of money. Richard Wallace and Joe Ligon used to have some money be in their socks. Falling out their socks. You know what I'm saying?
All right, don't tell all the secrets now.
No, I ain't. I'm just saying that's how they kept their business.
Yes,
You know
yes.
That's how their business was. We had a guy, God bless his dead nephew. He would carry equipment for us. Curtis Franklin carried equipment for us. He used to brag, walk around, and at the end of the weekend, he got 900, 800 in his pocket, and he'd go to the other groups. Man, don't mind me. I'm just a valet for Slim. You know, stuff like that. You know, wow. But these guys took care of business, and I learned to do that. I pay my guy. I'm a firm believer. If you want to keep a group, pay them.
Yes.
You show me a group that always got new members, I should a group ain't paying them.
Wow.
Pay them guys.
And that's wisdom, y'all. That's wisdom. This is 75 years and still going and still thriving. So everybody that's on here, you know, just take this with wisdom that Big Mike is kicking out. Because if you don't take it and you see yourself in the same, you can't say you ain't here first on Quartet Sensations.
If you do the same thing over, you're going to get the same results.
Same results. This is sophomore done joined. Hey,
he need to click on, son.
Behind his face. Unmute, sophomore. Because we getting ready to talk about this anniversary, y'all.
Come on, twin.
Listen, thank y'all so much who's listening in the chat with us. Y'all have been so patient. I know you all enjoying Big Mike. He is telling all this up close and personal conversation has been just amazing. And we want to thank all of you so much for sticking and staying with us on tonight. But we really want to talk about this anniversary and invite everybody out. February 23rd. February 23rd. Big Mike, tell everybody about the anniversary. Who is on your lineup? How they can get tickets? Where it's at? Give us all of that information.
Well, it's the big 75th anniversary and birthday celebration for me in Sanford, North Carolina. Sanford, North Carolina, at the W.B. Wicker Elementary School. On this program, we got the Jackson Southerners. We got Willie Banks Jr. and the Messenger. We got my brother right there, Little David and the Bells of Joy. We got the Brooklyn All-Stars, and we got so many more. We got a host more coming. So we got a lot of surprises coming, too, that you're going to see on that stage. And the tickets, the VIP tickets are $40, limited amount. The advanced tickets are $30 at the door. So don't worry about getting your advance ticket. Just come on to the door and get your ticket when you get there. $30 in advance, $40 VIP. And Lord, look at my twin.
Hey, sophomore.
Yeah, bro.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. How are you?
I know what happened, David. He had to wait to get on here to go find them shades.
Yeah.
You look like you got all fixed up.
Yeah, he had to go get his shades.
Yes, sir. How are you? How are you? God bless you. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I love all y'all.
I love you, man. Tell them about you, man.
February 23rd. That's the date.
Yes, it.
Yes.
February 23rd. Big Mike's birthday celebration. Supreme Angel's 75th anniversary celebration. If you don't have your tickets, get your tickets today. You ain't got to wait. Get them tickets right now. You're going to see the Supreme Angels. You already know celebrating Big Mike, the legendary Supreme Angels, Lil David, the Bells of Joy, Willie Banks, and the Messengers. Pop, Uncle Huey.
Right.
Uncle Huey and the legendary Jackson Southerners, man. And so many more. I don't have the flyer right in front of me. The Shocko Boys, I do believe the Shocko Boys, Miss Thelma Bass. So if I forget your name, take it for love, charge it to my heart, not my head. Right now, I just want to thank y'all for supporting my dad. My dad has been working hard since Slim passed. Since Slim passed, my dad has been trying to keep the legacy going. And the fact that my dad just found it not robbery to allow me to join the stage with him, knowing that I also sang with Bishop Darrell McFadden and the Disciples.
Right.
When my dad told me he wanted to carry on the legacy, I always told him, whatever he do, wherever he go, he know he got my support. And I've been with my dad since I was born. I've been a part of the Supreme Angels since he's been a part of the Supreme Angels. I was blessed to have the opportunity to actually share like bus rides with Reverend Howard Slim Hunt, the late Greg Kelly, the late Daniel Scott, the late Sugar Hightower, the late Maurice Robinson. These are guys that were a part of my success and my history, and everything that you see that sophomore. It started with guys like every group that Big Mike was with, Supreme Angels, Highway QCs. These are guys that just carried me through the years and called me nephew. And they allowed me to spread my wings. And I'm just blessed to be a part of this anniversary, the 75th year anniversary, Supreme Angels, Big Mike. Y'all see him? He right there. He's been here. He's the last living member of the Supreme Angels outside of the Larry Young, Reverend Larry Young, and Quincy King. And then you also have Michael Boykin, who's been a later member. He came down later on down the line. But these are the guys that I've seen when I was little boys. These are the guys that were a part of all of the videos that reached across America. When you saw every video that you saw Big Mike standing in the middle of that stage. And no matter who came, who left, Big Mike kept the legacy going. And I'm just blessed to be able to look over to my left or to my right and see my dad and share the stage with somebody who imparted Quartet in me. It would be no sophomore if it wasn't for Big Mike and my mom. But Quartet, my dad, I got to go on and give him his credit and his flowers while he can smell them. Pop, I love you.
I love you too, man.
All you've ever done for me to even inspire me to do this. So I want to say to you, if you don't have your tickets for February 23rd, y'all see me looking a little rough. I'm working on trying to get my beard. See, I'm trying to get my beard like Big Mike. So by the anniversary, I'm gonna have me a beard. I'm gonna be in the beard gang. So y'all just see me keep on.
What's that? So tell them if they don't have their ticket. What's that song you wrote?
If you don't have your business fixed, shame on you. I'm trying to tell you, the place to be is Sanford, North Carolina, February 23rd. The legendary Supreme Angels will be celebrating 75 years. And it's definitely, like I said, it's a blessing to share the stage with my dad and to have my little bros. Like, these guys have literally grown on me. The twins, Bishop Justin Cobbs, and his brother, Pastor Bishop Joseph Cobbs, and his assistant pastor brother, Justin Cobbs, have those guys apart. And also have guys like Corey Hagwood, Tappy, my drummer. That's my drummer. Tappy, Taparoo. What up, bro?
Yo, we call him Ralph. We call him Ralph Turntine cousin.
Ralph Turntine. Yes, sir. So to share the stage, to actually get to share the stage with my dad, the twins, Corey Hagwood, Uncle Larry, and just see my dad carry the legacy that I've seen, like Slim. Like, to actually know that my dad is keeping up the things that I've heard Slim sit on the bus and tell him. Now, we bump head a lot of times because he tell him, hey, he tell me I'm your dad. I say, no, I'm yours.
I think, you know what, Lady Daz, I think our bumping head is because he's January 28th and I'm February 27th. So we're like a month apart. So we too much. Everybody say we too much alike.
And I love it, man. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. Shout outs to my boys. I seen my bros came on here, the boss team. If you wanna book the Supreme Angels, reach out to Uncle Lonnie Hawley. You can reach Uncle Lonnie Hawley. You can reach Big Mike, or you can also reach Bossman, Eric Bossman Graham, for any one of your booking needs. You can reach out to any one of those three to contact Slim.
And I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Uncle Lonnie. He's Uncle Lonnie to you. He's my brother.
Most
Lonnie
definitely.
Hawley is our manager. You know, in my book,
been
one of the greatest
years,
managers, a man with a lot of integrity, and that's what's important. You know, he got a lot of integrity, Lonnie Hawley. And if you want to reach us, you reach him at 919-824-0838 or me, 919-824-0838 or me, Big Mike, at 919-352-0271. 919-352-71. And son, I want to say to you, which I tell you all the time, and I always have told you and your sisters and brother, I love you, man.
Man, always, Pop.
And I appreciate everything you do being by my side. When I got sick in the hospital, he was the first one there at the hospital. Got mad because I didn't tell him first. Yeah. I posted it on Facebook. He called me and went off on me. I'm your son. You tell me first you sick.
Don't you tell Facebook. You better come to me first, Doc.
And look, when I first came back, I couldn't even stand up. I said, I feel all right. Sit down. I said, man. But like I said, he's there with me. We liable to fuss when we get off here tonight. Who knows?
Yes, sir.
But he that's my heart, man. I love him to death.
I love you too,
my little son Mikey, and my daughter Ebony, and all of them, all my grands and great grands. I love them all.
Yes, sir.
I love them all.
That's beautiful. That's
February 23rd.
23rd. We want to see you.
February 23rd, 75th anniversary of Slim Supreme Angels.
Come on out, everybody. We got folks calling from Dallas, Texas, saying they're coming, from Houston, Texas, from down Miami way coming,
California.
New Jersey,
they coming
Alabama,
from all over right now.
California, they coming saying we'll be there. I asked God to make this one of the best ones ever, because you never know when it's your last.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Be here today and gone today. So they call and saying they come to everybody. Come on out, tell Lottie Dottie and everybody that you know.
Sir.
about this. Come on out. It's gonna be I guarantee you, you're gonna go home saying you were happy, you enjoyed yourself. Come on out. We got rooms on the side at the Holiday Inn Express, Holiday Inn and Suites Express in Sanford, about 2 miles from the hotel. From the program. We got rooms there, so go on and make your reservations. And like I said, just come on, let's have a good time. Don't worry about it. We got you. We got you. Come on, we're gonna have a great time. Lady Dare is gonna be there. K Talk's gonna be there. We gonna have a time, man. We gonna have a time.
Only thing missing, there's a seat in that place with your name on it. So the only thing missing is you.
It's you
showing
That's
up,
right.
coming out, and supporting 75 years of Slim's Supreme Angel. Matter of fact, if you're a faithful Supreme Angels lover, I don't like to call y'all fans because I always say that's what you pass out in church.
That's right.
When you get hot, they give you a fan, or you turn on your fan when you're hot at night. I don't like to call our supporters fans. Y'all not even supporters. Y'all are family. Y'all have supported us all through the years when we're away from our families. Y'all uplift us and keep all of the groups DMD, Supreme Angels, David and the Bells of Joy, all of the groups from across the globe. It's because of you that keep us going, and we want you to come on September 23rd, Sanford, North Carolina. David and the Bells of Joy, Supreme Angels.
They're gonna be singing. David and them they're not gonna be rushed off the stage. These groups gonna get a chance to sing. There ain't no help, man. Got
from the inside out. He better sing all that.
And listen, we might do something at the end where we all come on stage together. We might do something, but if it's 1,000 people in the building, sometimes my jaws be hurting because everybody that passed me, men and women, I always say I love you.
Yes, sir.
To all of them, who they is, when they walk behind Mike, I say I love you.
Yes.
I always do, and I want to tell y'all I love you at the anniversary. Come on in the door, make my jaws hurt, so I can say I love you to all of y'all.
Yes.
Absolutely. So listen, everybody. February 23rd. Get your tickets. It's going to be posted on my page. Contact Big Mike. Listen, put your comments in this inbox, and I'll make sure it get to the right place so you all can get your tickets, hotel accommodations, whatever you need. Just contact us, and we will get the information over to Big Mike, Uncle Lonnie, and Eric Graham, and whoever else can help you, assist you. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Be there, Sanford, North Carolina, February 23rd.
And guess what,
y'all? Again?
Guess what? We got the Jackson Southerners, Willie Banks Jr. and the Messages, Lil David and the Bells of Joy, the Brooklyn All-Stars. We got so many more. A whole lot of. We got Thelma Bass. We got the Shako Boys. We got a bunch of them coming. And guess what, y'all? We got a surprise for you. I know y'all used to hearing Over Yonder and all the songs. We got a new lineup we bringing to y'all.
Oh, you do?
See if y'all
Hey, Dave, what's some of your favorite Supreme Angel songs, man?
Oh, man. If anybody here see my old friend Scotty.
There you go.
That one. Man, it's definitely a lot, man. I used to sit on the floor and listen to those LPs.
Yes, sir.
I used to sing one at a funeral. Y'all sing it now. God dog it. Singing at the funeral all the time. The Slow and Greg thing.
Give me my flowers? No.
You said that Greg. Try Jesus. You said slow when that Greg sang.
Slow.
Last days.
No.
Well, you gonna have us calling out songs?
Yes, sir.
No. It was that one now.
Never Knew Happiness.
Never Knew Happiness.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my joint there.
Hey man, I need you to make sure when you come, you just tell the Lord that you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Just tell the Lord that you're sorry for me, man. That's my favorite song by you, man. If you don't tell the Lord you're sorry, don't even call.
We're gonna do like they used to do. When they hit the stage, we're gonna be on the side of the stage pushing them on.
Yes, sir.
Come on, we're gonna be pushing each other.
Hey, Pop, you probably don't remember this, but maybe about maybe a couple years ago, you remember Dave? Dave was a little handicapped, and he came, and one of the guys had probably got there late or something, and he was missing a singer. I was sitting in the crowd, and I just noticed that I just kept hearing 2-part harmony, and Dave kept coming out the background. He would sing lead, and he would go back in the background. I walked from the back of the building to the side of the stage and told him, "Give me a microphone." That's my. And I sat on the side of the stage and sung the extra note. I probably didn't know.
That's
I actually went, and just because that's the bro.
Hey, man, you don't let a man. You don't let a man need you and you there.
That's right. That's family.
You don't let a man need you and you there.
Yeah.
And it was at the same anniversary, man. That's so you know, bro, you already know, man. I'm excited to see you again, bro. It's all love, man. You know, we go years in this, man, and I'm just excited for September. I said September. February 23rd. The place to be is Sanford, North Carolina, and there's nobody missing. Only person missing is you. Get there, y'all. Get there.
If you say you love Slim Supreme Angels, and you say you love them twins and sophomore, and especially if you say you love me, show me. Be there.
Be there.
Yes, sir.
Don't got it. Get it.
Get it.
Get there to that anniversary. 75 years, everybody.
That's right.
75 years. There's so many groups that started and they're not even around now. But to be consistent, you heard the word consistent a lot in this interview. Loyalty, building great relationship, passion, all of that made it 75 years. They came through the civil rights movement. None of that stopped these guys from persevering and continuing. So listen, let us be there to support Slim Supreme Angel and help Big Mike celebrate his birthday.
Bring a gift if you want. If you want, come up to the door with a gift for Big Mike.
Come on, man.
We definitely gonna celebrate Big Mike in Pops. I say Big Mike. We gonna celebrate Pops in the biggest way that we possibly can on February 23rd. Not only is this his birthday celebration, but we're celebrating 75 years, and I am blessed to be a part of it. This year, I was with my dad when he celebrated the 70th year anniversary. I was blessed that we did a live recording that year. I was blessed to be a part of that milestone year, and to be back 5 years later, and we're celebrating 75 years. As big as it is to us, it should be as big to y'all, because y'all made it. Y'all made it the 75 years that it is. So it's big to us, but it should be big to y'all. So
see, a lot of people don't realize, but people that close to me know. 2012, I was diagnosed with liver and kidney cancer, stage 4. But I'm still here, still gaining weight. And the kind that I was diagnosed with is no chemo, it's no radiation. But I'm always smiling. People tell me also, Mike, I would not know that just by looking at you. I sing about definitely a loving God.
Yes, sir.
And no need me singing about him if I ain't gonna trust him.
Yes, sir.
Since 2012, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Could be gone tomorrow, but I'm still here right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I love God with all my heart. I love all of y'all. I love my bro. I love my son. Lady, you know I love you, girl.
I love you too.
Girl. The best thing I did was when I became a part of BMG and met you through David and them, you and K Talks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That let me know that David is in good hands because he got good people working with him.
Absolutely.
And behind every good group, you got to have to make it successful. Even the president got a cabinet.
Yeah.
Behind every good group, you got to have a staff.
Yeah.
We can't do it all. We can't do everything that needs to be done, and we don't know it all.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have the right people. You ain't got to have everybody, as Howard T say. You don't have to have everybody.
You have the right ones.
You got to have the right ones.
That definitely was a blessing to me, because it took a lot of weight off of me and my brother.
I know, man. I love them.
You can't find good people with a passion to do some things that number one is not really even her thing, but
Right, but she making it her
to
thing.
believe in what you're doing and take it over like it's like she's been doing it the whole time.
Right.
I tell you, I can't
God
take
sent you the right
enough.
people. God sent you the right people, and she'd tell you, some groups will find somebody like that, and other people come along. You need to come on, you don't need to work with them. Blah blah blah. She'd tell you, I never talked about you.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Never.
You know what? I actually told him, Big Mike.
You, huh?
I actually told him. I said, Big Mike speaks so highly of you and Tracy. I said, I can really tell that he really love you guys.
Oh,
and what did I tell you back?
I don't remember.
I said that's because we understand, because he's been doing it for so long. Tracy been doing it so long, and it's a language.
Right.
It's a language that you speak that you don't have to speak because we understand. Whether it's coming from somebody being broke down, you make a call, we coming to get you. It's certain things you don't leave your brothers out there in the road broke down, but it's some that don't understand. It's certain things that you have to do to be a part of that community and
it's
family.
A code to this.
It's a code
a code of ethics to this.
So you can think you're a part, but if you ain't following those codes, then bro, it doesn't happen like that.
That's right.
And it don't happen overnight.
Oh no.
Absolutely. And David, we always speak about this, the importance of building good, healthy relationships. And because we all need somebody. And you have to be careful when you're burning bridges or destroying good relationships with good people. It's hard to find good people, and when you find them, do them right, treat them right, because you just never know when you're gonna need help.
If you
treat it just because it's right,
treat them right. If you treat them right, you can always go to them.
Absolutely.
But once you burn them bridges, then you got to look. Well, I need to get back on the other side. But Lord, I done burnt that bridge down.
Absolutely.
Right.
I don't care what I've done in my life or what people think. I don't treat people wrong.
Oh no, never have.
If I ever treated you wrong, I apologize. It's not my intention.
I apologize if I treated you wrong. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, and that's not my character.
Right.
Because I wasn't taught like that. My father wasn't like that. And I'm like that. But I do get it. Some people just don't get a chance to really know you.
Right.
They just see you on stage. They and sometimes the business can take over. The business can take over you sometimes, where they don't really get a chance to know you. But if you ever pull me to the side, and that's how I was raised. I love what we do. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm just looking forward to what God has for me, man, because I'm excited about the year, not only for me but for everybody.
Right.
I'm tightening it up.
I always say, I don't say it's his season or my season. In the quartet world, it's all of our season.
It's our season.
It's all of our season.
Because everybody has an ingredients that play. What makes this thing good? Everybody has a unique style and originality about themselves.
It's one big gumbo, man. You got to put everything in the gumbo.
So it makes a gumbo then. You got gumbo now.
Everybody plays a part. I wouldn't be able to join your next group without seeing the other group. Right. But if everybody was the same, what is we coming to see?
Absolutely.
I would get bored if I hear 10 groups and they all sound alike.
That sound the same. And that's the beauty of it. Everybody has their own identity, their own sound.
Yes.
And that's the thing about being confident and knowing who you are as a person and as an artist. Because you're not looking at their sound or hearing their sound and trying to be or sound like them.
Right.
This is my identity. This is what God has given me. This is what he has told me to do. And then just walk in there and follow that. It's room enough for everybody. It's room. This world is so big and so great. Look how many stars there is in the sky.
That's right. Can't even count.
Just as and every star shine. You may not even see some of them from the naked eye, but they're up there.
We might not even be together, but each one of them shine.
And each one of them shine. So it tells you it's room enough for everybody to shine.
The way I look at it, when at that anniversary, Huey don't sound like Banks.
Right.
Banks don't sound like David. David don't sound like the Brooklyn All-Stars. The Brooklyn All-Stars don't sound like Supreme Angel.
Absolutely.
And that's the way we were raised. He'll tell you, the concerts his daddy and all of us did back in them days. If you had 5 groups, just say you had the Volunteers, you had Slim, you had the Keynotes, David and the Bells of Joy, the Williams Brothers. That's 6 different styles. So you get to enjoy all of them. We didn't try to sound the Volunteers. The Volunteers didn't try to sound like the Jews. The Jews, everybody had their style. And somebody there liked everybody's style.
I couldn't remember 2 groups back in those days that even came similar to sounding.
No, it wasn't.
Absolutely.
It wasn't. It was. You know that it wasn't.
It was rare.
It was
and if
very
it was, you wasn't hearing of it because them groups had everything on lock. You wasn't getting in there.
Absolutely.
Right? And see, that's my thing. Just cause if Dez sing and Lady Dez write a great song, now I want to go and try to come up with a guitar intro like hers or style like hers. So that's hers. Find your niche.
Find your niche.
And that's it. That's it, Big Mike. Find your niche, love your niche, and walk in it. And it's going to work for you. It's going to work for you. That's why people fail a lot of times, because you start comparing yourself to others and trying to do what other people are doing, but that's not for you. Because it worked for them doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for you.
I don't want to say, it's right. I don't want to say it this way, but I'm going to say it, but what I eat shouldn't make you go to the bathroom.
There you go.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? Can't nobody beat you at being you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when we embrace and love who we are and embrace and love the gift that God has given us, and not trying to belittle our gift because we feel our gift is not as great as a little David or Mike or Lady Des.
It's just as great.
You're just as great as, listen, God has given us all a measure, and all of our measures matter. Yes. All of our measures matter. And when we come together and bring it together, what a celebration it would be.
That's right.
And then you won't have the competition. You won't have the fights and the spatters and all of that kind of stuff, because everybody is focused on what they were called to do. Yes, everybody is secure in who they are. And that's the beauty of working with people. I believe that's the formula to the longevity as well. 75 years. Just imagine you trying to switch up your style. You trying to stay relevant. So I'm going to change the whole sound of the Supreme Angels. Your audience will be looking at you like,
that ain't what I come to see. I didn't come to see this. You know what they gonna say? I didn't come to see this. I didn't pay for this. You know, and I like sophomore with DMD. They're a young group, but they're trailblazers. And a trailblazer is somebody that you bring something different to the table.
I say young group. Y'all see all this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean like that.
I've been out here so long, I done got great.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying y'all brought stuff to the table, you know, that people wasn't doing at that time. Yes, you know, the dress code, the way you dressed, you know, the way y'all sung, the dancing and everything like that. So that's what you call a trailblazer. Something that nobody else was doing, and you brought it to the table. Yes, back in the 50s and 60s, I always used to tell sophomore, but he would let me hear something. Check this out, as a sophomore. Groups were singing that in the 50s. Get out of here. Yes, so I started playing old records. Us men, jokers were rapping in the 50s, the Fairfield Ford, the Pilgrim Traveler stuff. I said, the rap didn't just come out this
ain't
time.
Nothing new under the sun, Doc.
If you know your history, guys were doing that. You know what I'm saying? Guys were, Sam Cooke was walking down the aisle. Lil Roy, one of the greatest, I love him, one of the greatest young singers out here now. Got a fan base that's out of this world.
Shout outs to Roy.
That's right. Yeah. But think about it. In the 50s, Sam Cooke was doing that. Not his style. Sam Cooke that used to walk down the aisle while the other groups were singing, and the women would swoon like they were singing Smokey Robinson or Marvin Gaye. Woo, fall out. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
it's nothing new under the sun that you can do.
Absolutely.
Nothing. Anything you do, man, we got a new style. How is it new? Let me go pull up some of these 50s and 40s albums.
Absolutely.
And let you hear.
mm-hmm.
That we're doing this.
Yeah, because history always repeats
It
itself.
repeats itself.
Yes. So
clothes that you wear. If you wear clothes, they're out of style, keep them, hold on to them.
Absolutely.
Hold on to them. As time goes around, you can say, man, that's back in style again. You know
Man, them bell bottoms ain't come back yet. Like, don't do that.
They coming back. They on their way back.
They coming. You gonna see
them bell bottoms already back.
Yeah, they already back.
They
I just
already
seen
back.
a group. I just seen a group.
Lady Dan,
one of the members had bell
you don't
bottoms.
want them to be back.
They back.
Look, Dave, we're gonna be at a program and see little David walking with some bell bottoms.
No,
I'm gonna say shoes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say David, they back.
You bring them back. You bring them back.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Remember this night, Lady Dan.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Listen, everybody, we're just having a great time. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Listen, it's way past. We went way past, but this has been such a great conversation. There's so many nuggets that have been kicked out, and if you were a group or artist that is on here, I hope you caught every one of them that has been kicked out to you and apply them, because this is what will give you longevity. 75 years. They put God first. Yes. You know, they built healthy relationships. They were passionate. They know their niche. It was just so many different things that have been said on this live tonight. I want you all to share this, share the knowledge, share the love, share the information about the 75th singing celebration and birthday celebration of Big Mike. We want everybody to come out. Yes. Listen, if you're ready to network and meet new people, listen, come to this anniversary. That's I guarantee you, it's people from all over that will be there. Radio announcers, radio personalities, promoters and managers, and you name it. They're going to be there. They're going to be there. So come out and celebrate 75 years with Big Mike, Slim, and the Supreme Angels. These guys have worked so hard, diligently. They have been working. Like he said, while we were sleeping, they're driving, they're working, you know, to go into the next city to be a blessing. So let us all come out. Even if you can't come out, send a seed.
Send a seed. Cash at me. $ Michael Kimpson. Come on, send a seed. Bless me for my birthday. Bless the anniversary. Bless the group for the anniversary.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
$ Michael Kimpson. Show us you love us.
And listen, y'all, I'm putting that in the chat, all right? $ Michael Kimpson.
Again, I say, the Lord is already in Sanford, North Carolina. Oh, yeah, He's already there.
He waited on us.
Only thing missing from Sanford is you.
And come ready to praise, come ready to sing and shout, come ready to meet and greet. Big Mike already said he ready to love on y'all. He gonna tell you that he love you. So listen, everybody, be out there to support Slim Supreme Angels 75th, 7-day diamond year, 75 years, man. This has been a long time coming. And Mike, listen, I know you're glad to be here to see it happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thank God. When I go to sleep at night, I ask him to watch over me and my family and all my friends and my loved ones, my church and everything. And then when I wake up in the morning before I get out of bed, I thank him I always tell him, thank you for this beautiful day. It could be a blizzard outside. It's beautiful to me, because when the doctor told me stage 4, and then the other doctor came in and said to me, and I knew it was God, when she came in the room, she said, Michael, if I had to have liver and kidney cancer, I want yours. I said, why? She said, because you got the slowest growing one. She said, some people live 40. Says some people live 40 years with yours. I said, well, I'm gonna claim all them 40.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That's what I'm doing. I'm claiming them. You know, like I said, y'all come on out. I'll be with my brother David that Saturday too. We'll be together in Yanceyville, North Carolina. So it's just a whole weekend. It ain't just one day. The party don't stop. It's gonna be Saturday and Sunday.
Whole weekend of Lil David and the Bells of Joy, Supreme Angels, Willie Banks Jr., and then Sunday you got The
Uncle Huey.
Come on, man. Y'all come on out. Support these legends. Without these legendary groups like the Supreme Angels, Willie Banks Jr. and the Messengers, Uncle Huey and the Jackson Southerners. Without these groups, the Keynotes, Violinaires, Mighty Clouds of Joy.
All of them.
The list can go on. Canton Spirituals, without these guys, there would not be any of us, the Little Davids, the sophomores, the Darryl McFaddens, the Keith Wonder Boys. These wouldn't be any of us. So I just want to let y'all know the place to be February 23rd is, come on, celebrate Big Mike's birthday celebration and the 75th anniversary featuring David and the Bells of Joy, Jackson Southerners, Willie Banks Jr., the Brooklyn All-Stars, the Shocko Boys, Thelma Bass, and whoever I left out last, y'all still come on and bring your... I didn't say that.
Don't say that. Look,
y'all come on to the concert.
You're gonna have Lady Dead banned off the airwaves.
See, somebody in them comments say they thought I was gonna say it, but no, I'm saying things I used to say, I don't say no more.
Listen, everybody. Oh, go ahead, Big Mike.
I want to say we love you, girl, and I'm honored and I appreciate you so much for having me on here. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for having me. You didn't have to do it, but you did. And you're part of me the rest of your life. You can't get rid of me now. Yes. You can do what you want to do. You can do what you want. You can get mad. Look, if you get mad with me and try to walk by me, I'm going to say, come here. I don't care if you is mad. You know what I'm saying? We family from now on, man. Just Absolutely. Like you, David family, me and you family. K up the K Talks, we family.
Yes.
We are family, and ain't nothing you and nobody else can do about it. Can't nobody come between us.
That's right. That's right. Nobody. And I ain't even gonna touch it, Mike. You're absolutely right. We're family, and I love you. I thank you so much for taking time to speak with us and being on this platform and being a blessing to so many that is listening right now and may listen to the replay of this segment. And we just thank you so much for all that you have done, all the years, your perseverance, your loyalty to Quartet, just being there, your consistency, all of that matters to us. And here on Quartet Sensations, Real Love Ministries Live, Quartet legends are not forgotten. We're going to make sure, I'm going to make sure that the legends will be heard. The legends will not be forgotten. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, Sophomore, for joining in.
Love you much.
We have I'm so sorry I didn't even get to the chat again, but I just thank all of you. Claudia Massey, Desiree Hall loves and
we love you, Claudia. And you
keep up that, thank you so much.
And keep up that good work you're doing. I'll be watching. Yes, and to all our family that come out and support us when we go out to sing, we thank y'all all of us. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. All the promoters that book us, the promoters that gonna book us, the promoters that haven't booked us, we love all of you. We love every one of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel like, we don't. We love because without you people, it wouldn't be no us.
Absolutely.
Everybody in the comments, I can't see who it is, but just know that I love you with the love of God from the bottom of my heart, And if there's anything we can do, and I'm sure I speak for all of us, anything we can do to help you, let us know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeffrey Newberry, he said good nuggets. Who else is on here that who else, David?
No, I was saying hello to Jeff.
What up, Jeff? Newbie.
Oh, he said you his boy.
Angela,
that's my dog. Thank you, sis, for tuning in. My husband is on. Lady Daz has a song. Oh Lord.
What up, big bro?
Tell him I say, tell brother I say he might well get ready. He got another brother-in-law.
He got another brother-in-law.
That's what he got.
Absolutely.
Tell him. We're looking to see him. And Angela, I'm ready to come back to down that way again.
Yeah, we got to get you here, Big Mike. We definitely got to get you in Florida, down in Miami.
That's right.
Yes.
We love y'all, man. Just once again, I say February 23rd. Come on and celebrate Pops with me. It will be no. I mean, look, I want to see your face in the place celebrating my daddy, and also the legacy of 75 years that Reverend Howard Slim Hunt left. He stayed here for over 50, 60 of those years and left Big Mike, and Big Mike carried it on another 10 or 15. And if it wasn't for you, once again, the Supreme Angels would not be who they are today. And we want to say thank you to every promoter that has booked us, past and present.
That's right.
And in the future. We thank y'all. We love y'all. Call us. We just one phone call away. We on the way. And we love y'all.
And to all the Supreme Angels that's going on, Slim.
Yes, sir.
Pat, Sugar, Greg, Tommy Seymour, Tom Edie, Marie,
yes,
and everyone, Al Dent, all of them. I forgot any. I just want y'all to know I'm standing on y'all shoulders, fellas.
Yes, sir. Freddie Berry.
And a day go by that I don't try to honor you guys. I want you to know that. Your families and all are still my families. And I thank y'all for what y'all imparted in me. I thank you, Slim. I thank him for many nights he sat up and let me worry him 2 or 3 hours with questions. Because I always was a sponge. And I would ask him things. Well, Slim, what made you do this? What made you do that? How did you get this started? Why did you do that? And he taught me, he taught me everything I know out here. Spencer Taylor, I thank him because
yes, sir. Most definitely.
The main thing Spencer taught me, Slim taught me how to work a house. Spencer taught me how to sing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Bob Spencer, God ain't hard of hearing.
The blind boys took me around California stuff. First time I met Tutu and them, they were little girls, 12 or 13 years old. We out in California because of the blind boys. Dorothy Norwood took me in. Swan Silvertones took. These are groups that took me in. Big Nick and the Gospel Heavyweights. These are groups that took me in. And I thank God for them because I got a little something from every one of them. Every one of them gave me a little, taught me something. And what everything I got from them is what made me who I am today.
Awesome.
I love you guys. I love all y'all. The ones that's gone and the ones that's here. I love you.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. We want to say good night. Thank you all so much. We love you. Vicki Miller, thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey, Vicki.
She said, bruh. Yes, and she giving you hearts. So thank you so much. We're gonna call it a wrap tonight. Yeah. Big Mike, I have to have you back on so we can continue our discussion because you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of wisdom, and we're gonna have you back on this platform so we can just pop it up some more and probably bring in some other legends and new groups, new faces. We're gonna do something. We're gonna definitely do something. So I just want to thank you. Listen, y'all, remember that date, February 23rd, in Sanford, North Carolina. Let's celebrate with Slim's Supreme Angel and Big Mike. So good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you.
Too.
All right, fam.
All right,
love
David.
You, bro.
Can I say like I feel it? Can I say like I feel looking? Jesus, He blessing me. Oh, Jesus, He blessing me. I got legs to walk. How many of y'all got legs? I got a tongue to talk. How many of y'all got a tongue to talk? I got eyes to see. How many of y'all got eyes?